This sports segment of Naperville News 17 is brought to you by your local YMCA. For youth development, for healthy living, for social responsibility.
Several upstate 8 Valley Conference schools are nearly finished with two-a-day practices as another high school football season is set to kick off August 29th. Mattia opens its season against Plainfield North. Head coach Ben Kleinhans is putting a focus on improving the team's run defense. On the offensive line, 4 of the 5 are returning starters. And after finishing 4-5 last season, the Mustangs will be looking for their first playoff berth in the school's history.
They have an expectation to be the first team here at Mattia with a winning record, qualify for the playoffs, compete for a conference championship, to really take the next step and get into the upper level of the teams in the area.
At Waubonsie, the weight of expectation is higher. After finishing second in the conference 3 straight years, the Warriors will rely on defense with 7 returning starters to carry the load. The team will open its season against the defending 8A champions, Naperville Central. Nequa is 22-3 in the last 2 seasons and is driven by quarterback Brock Rutter. Rutter threw for more than 2,000 yards and 30 touchdowns last season, but he'll have to do without his star receiver and return man, Mikey Dudek, who has moved on to play at the University of Illinois. The Wildcats opened the 2014-2015 campaign at Naperville North. The Naperville Country Club hosted the MCGONAGLE Invite. Running on 12 years now, the event gathered varsity golf teams from all 6 Naperville area schools. The event featured both the boys and girls varsity teams, and Naperville North coming away with first for the boys. The Huskies were charged by Griffin Brown's 72 even par.
It got tough on the back nine. The wind picked up a lot. And yeah, it carried over, made a couple bogeys, a couple loose swings on the back, but it all worked out.
Waubonsie Valley headed the girls' leaderboard, winning the invite just a day after taking the Marian Catholic invite with a 316. Bing Singh Somali took medalist honors, scoring a 75.
My drives were pretty straight today in the fairway, and putting was kind of there, kind of not, but I two-putted most of the rounds, so it was fine.
For the 25th straight year, there's been a rise in high school sports participation. According to the National Federation of State High School Associations, this year's increase is record-breaking. The high school athletics participation survey totaled 7.8 million athletes, an increase of more than 82,000 participants over last year. Of 33 states that had an increase, Illinois saw the 4th highest rise of them all. Football saw an increase for the first time in 5 years, with just over 6,600 new athletes taking to the field. Adding to that were more than 1,700 girls donning football pads for the first time. And finally, an update on a local MLB draftee. After being taken in the 14th round by the Tigers earlier this summer, Nequa grad Mike Gerber is hitting nearly 300 through 50 games this season for the Single-A Connecticut Tigers. And that'll do it for sports. Back to you, Whitney.